My beloved, my chosen one, your name carries the breath of heaven. My sweet heart, whose steps angels remember. My child of light, the reason the stars shine throughout the night. Pay close attention and don't blink. Archangel Michael, God declares, I am. I beg you to open this message before 9 p.m. I promise you'll cry when you do. Hear what I have to say, but hurry, this message will disappear in 35 seconds. Open it right now. Didn't you feel that? A gentle tremble in your chest, like a secret hand knocking. Because a door just opened in the unseen and your name is written on it. Threshold. There is a clock in the skies that has just tilted toward you. If you keep reading, will not be an accident. It will be in harmony. You asked for a sign, and heaven has decided to respond in whole sentences. Not symbols, not partial meanings, but straight. The truth will keep your bones steady. First, an invitation and a pledge. Stay with me until the last line, and then subscribe to this voice so you never miss the following lesson. Belongs to your destiny. Because after tonight, your road will go faster. You'll need reliable guidance. Now, breathe and let the noise fall. Behind you. You've been going through a room filled with closed drapes. Behind each curtain lies a scenario for which you prayed but were frightened to touch. I was assigned to grab your hand and pull the appropriate curtain at the right time. This is the moment. I watched the night you cried and said no. 1. I noticed you holding your own heart like a fragile letter you didn't know how to read. I witnessed how you kept coming up even when your hope seemed as weak as paper. I was given an order from the highest. Inform them that it was not wasted. Tell them that the delay has sparked interest in heaven's vault. Tell them that a delay is not a denial. Delays are the training place for miracles. Your name has been written beside the doors. Things are inaccessible to the majority. You believed you were behind. Heaven says you were being aligned. You believed you had lost time. Heaven says you earned authority. I was present when the charge came against you in the spirit. It stated you were too late, flawed, and ordinary. The right to silence that untruth has been granted. I'm placing a fiery sword between you. Every statement that attempted to shrink you. Move forward with a taller back and a quieter mind. Listen to what I'm about to say because it has time. Before 9 p.m., let go of the notion that your blessing is meant for someone braver. Before 9 p.m., put your hand on your heart and repeat, I accept what heaven has already approved. Before 9 p.m., establish the habit of expect disappointment and call in the wind, which brings answers. You are not hallucinating the change in the air surrounding your life. I notice fresh conversations starting like sunrise on your horizon. There is a letter with your name in it. In terms of results, it includes 3 lines that will result in you sit down while reading them. Line 1, you believed it was finished. It has barely just begun. Line 2, the room you'll never see. You have been adjusted around your arrival. Line 3, the resource that felt impossible is already walking towards you. When favor comes calling, do not argue. Allow it to enter, talk, and remain. I understand the pattern that was used to chain. Spend your weeks together. Up early, sad heart, small bravery. Large storms. You smiled at your loved ones and then folded gently in a place that only heaven saw. You should have transported more than one person. You carried and did not protest aloud. Every night, your faith held you back. While the rest of the world slept, we were together. Tonight, the stitching becomes a banner. Tonight, you don't simply survive. You take up an assignment. I'm eliminating the echo of past losses from the walls of your memory. You'll remember them without bleeding. You will touch the dates that used to ache and find them delightful. This is not a denial. This is redemption. The torn page will be written anew, and you will favor the second story. Now I must tell about the wonder that keeps brushing across your shoulder. You believe it is shy, yet it is actually exact. It is waiting for your yes, and not a noisy yes, a steady one. Say yes to being seen without. I apologize for your light. Accept being selected without striving. Must reduce size in order to fit into the old room. Say yes to answers that come sooner than you come to anticipate. I noticed a table being set for you. Not a small table in a dark kitchen, but a long table under bright windows. There are names at this table who previously disregarded you. Do not stare at them. Sit down, eat, and let grace do the introductions. Your share is not their loss. Your portion reflects heaven's riches. I'm also working in your favor on the meeting that frightened you. You understand the 1, the call, the decision, and the door, with both hands on the handle. Walk in with calm authority. You do not have to perform. You need to be aligned. Your honesty will have more weight than your resume. Your calm will speak louder than your words. Now, let me reveal a secret about this message features a ticking clock. These 35 seconds aren't about fear. They are all about focus. Heaven evaluates readiness in moments. And when a heart answers yes right away, it rewrites timelines. This is why I constantly reminding you not to hesitate. Hesitation steals gold. Minutes. Courage is the key to unlocking them. Before the night ends, you will be asked to perform something easy and obedient. A call, a note, a file sent, a step taken, an apology made, and eventually a plan. started. Do it before uncertainty takes on a new identity as knowledge. True insight will feel like fresh air. False wisdom will feel like delays. Dressed in careful language. I am guarding your route from unseen sabotage. The whisper that says settle is not yours, friend. The whisper that says little does not ensure your safety. Your safety is obedience, and your strength is consistency. Continue to show up like rain after a long summer. Soft, steady, and inexorable. Now I'm going to lean in and tell you the part that will make you cry. The person you lost, the one you still speak to quietly, they have not. I had forgotten you. When you utter their name, heaven bends closer. Your love is not wasted throughout the realms. Your love is a bridge, which God walks to provide you comfort. What you thought was the end has become a gateway. Life does not disappear. Life changes. Avoid punishing yourself for healing. Slowly. Slow healing is still considered holy healing. The pledge is this. The next time their recollection enters your mind, it will bring peace. Instead of panicking, you'll feel embraced, not hollow. You will feel directed and not alone. I must also speak with the child inside. You learned to prepare for bad news. Get rid of the brace. You are not about to get hit. You're about to be held. Allow your shoulders to drop. Relax your jaw. Allow your breath to deepen. The future does not shout as a danger. It sounds like a lullaby. Now for your provision. You felt little as you glanced at statistics. You're not little. Those figures are simply awaiting authorization to serve a larger idea. Resource complies with the task. When you clarify the assignment, resource lines form like rivers flowing into a lake. The whisper that says, settle is not your friend. The whisper that says little is not yours. Safety. Your safety is obedience, and your strength is consistency. Continue to show up like rain after a long summer. Soft, steady, and inexorable. Now I'm going to lean in and tell you the part that will make you cry. The person you have lost. The one you still chat to in silence. They have not. I had forgotten you. When you utter their name, heaven bends closer. Your love is not wasted throughout the realms. Your love is a bridge, which God walks to provide you comfort. What you thought was the end has become a gateway. Life does not disappear. Life changes. Avoid punishing yourself for healing. Slowly. Slow healing is still considered holy healing. The pledge is this. The next time their recollection enters your mind, it will bring peace. Instead of panicking, you'll feel embraced, not hollow. You will feel directed and not alone. I must also speak with the child inside. You learn to prepare for bad news. Get rid of the brace. You are not about to get hit. You're about to be held. Allow your shoulders to drop. Relax your jaw. Allow your breath to deepen. The future does not shout as a danger. It sounds like a lullaby. Now for your provision. You felt little as you glanced at statistics. You're not little. Those figures are simply awaiting authorization to serve a larger idea. Resource complies with the task. When you clarify the assignment, resource lines form like rivers flowing into a lake. Simply write it down tonight. Language is like a commitment to one's own life. What will you build with what God is? What are they feeding you? Who will be blessed because you didn't give up? Which portions of the earth will be illuminated because you maintained your flame? I was handed a map containing your next 3 steps are circled. Step 1. Simplify. Remove one heavy, something you never needed to carry. Step 2. Commit. Select one tune, and run without looking at the other lanes. Step 3. Announce. Say aloud what you're doing, this so that the correct people can hear you. You are afraid to make an announcement because you were once mocked. Listen to me. Mockery is a weakened wind. Purpose is a mountain, and mountains do not yield to breezes. Make an announcement and then let the wind do its thing. Blow past. I perceive a promise clothed in plain garb. It will arrive looking like a little opportunity. Treat it as a precious seed. Do not compare it to your dream. Plant it for your desire. Small entrances lead to spacious spaces. Be faithful with the handle you have. Reach up and the soaring ceiling will reveal itself. There is also a relationship repaired in the background. You won't have to chase it. You will only need to remain soft and clear. Boundaries are not walls. These are doors with knobs by your side. Open and close them wisely, not with fear. You requested a sign that this message is actually for you. Here's yours. The sentence you needed the most made your eyes burn. You felt a faint thrill, an inner yes. The silence that follows truth. Hold that quiet as a cup of warm light. Drink from it when the world gets cold tomorrow morning. Now, tell me about your name. Your name is not a coincidence. It was said in heaven before being spoken on earth. It contains letters that unlock. Assignments include carving a key to fit properly into a single lock. If you've ever felt misplaced, it's because you're too big for a smaller space. Do not be resentful of the small room. It taught you precision. Thank it and walk through the new door. Timing, alignment, and obedience. These are the 3 strings that will play the music during your upcoming season. Pluck them every day. Don't overthink the melody. Simply let the notes ring. I bless your mornings with clarity. I fill your afternoons with energy. I bless your evenings with rest. Does not blame you for slowing down. Rest is not the same as retreat. The rest is repair. You are not lazy. You are being rebuilt for longer journeys. Now you must decide what to do with this situation. Will you save and return to it as well? Will you act on it, allowing the ground beneath your feet to change texture? Will you get up after this line and do the next courageous thing? I will accompany you while you do it. If you are unsure, say it aloud. I am guided. I am guarded. I am graced. Feel the room respond to you. Feel your breath. Come, return home. Before 9 p.m., forgive yourself. Consider the weight and select the door. Before 9 p.m., pronounce over your life. My time is not slipping away. My time is arriving. Before 9 p.m., say yes without negotiation. This is when you become immersed in your own story, not the edges. Miracles prefer to meet you in the middle, not on the margins. Yes, I will. Clear the path while walking. I'll silence the doubters when they bark. I will hold your hand steady while it shakes at the keyhole. And, when the door opens, don't rush. Take one step, then another. Another. Allow your eyes to adjust to the light you requested. It will be brighter than you recall and gentler than you expected. Now go, dear. Carry this message like a lantern, letting it swing with your courage. What you do next will cause an echo. Whatever you choose next will multiply. You're not late. You are right about holy time. Say yes and witness God perform what only He can do. This is where the air around you changes texture and density. This is where everyday objects begin. Sounds like instruments. Your keys click like a promise. Your shoes are waiting at the door, like two small boats ready to launch. Archangel Michael declares, this is not the hour to stare at the river and call it. It's impossible, now is the time to step in and watch it part. You are not being risky by believing in something bigger. You are accountable for the light that carry. Protect it from empty words and outdated concerns. Feed it with the truth and regular obedience. I saw you apologize for your dreams. Because a smaller person felt endangered. You will not do that again. You will carry your vision like a newborn and walk through rooms with serene authority. You do not have to prove your membership. Your breath is proof enough. Every inhale says, assigned. Every exhalation says, anointed. I am transitioning you from survival to multiplication math. You will not add crumbs. You will multiply the loaves. You will not count scars. You'll count doors. You will not record losses. You will convert teachings into strategies. Heaven isn't pushing you to work harder. Heaven is requesting that you align more cleanly. Alignment transforms minutes into freeways. Alignment converts one yes into several breakthroughs. Stop trying to persuade what won't listen. Stop auditioning for spaces that don't respect you. When you stop pursuing the wrong doors, the right door awaits you with your full breath available. Your name is mentioned with respect in places that have previously forgotten you. I observed discouragement attempt to rent a. You had room in your chest last week. You almost gave it an extra key. Then you heard a sentence that felt like a sunrise. That was me knocking. I was telling you that your heart is not a cheap hotel. Your heart is a temple, and temples do not rent out rooms for fear. Clean the threshold. Light the lamp. Let peace be the usher who seats you. Next concept. A sensitive message from the highest. The next good item won't be delayed. By an old error. The bill has been paid. You will not do that again. You will hold your vision as a newborn. Walk through rooms with calm authority. You are not need to verify that you belong. Your breath is proof enough. Every inhale says, assigned. Every exhalation says, anointed. I'm switching you from survival math to multiplication math. You will not add crumbs. Multiply loaves. You will not count scars. You will count doors. You will not track losses. Instead, you will track lessons learned for future strategies. Heaven isn't pushing you to work harder. Heaven is requesting that you align more cleanly. Alignment transforms minutes into freeways. Alignment converts one yes into several breakthroughs. Stop trying to persuade what won't listen. Stop auditioning for spaces that don't respect you. Once you stop chasing the wrong doors lead to the proper door, where you can take a full breath. Your name is now discussed with respect in places where you were once forgotten. Last week, I witnessed despondency attempt to rent a room in your chest. You almost gave it an extra key. Then you heard a sentence that seemed like sunrise. That was me knocking. That was me reminding you about your heart is not a budget hotel. Your heart is a temple, and temples have. Do not rent rooms for fear. Clean the threshold. Light the lamp. Allow serenity to usher in your next idea. A sensitive message from the highest. The next good item won't be delayed. By an old error. The bill has been paid. The interest has been redeemed. The lesson was already folded and placed on a shelf labeled wisdom. Do not continue reopening what heaven has already closed with kindness. Mercy isn't sloppy. Mercy is precise. Surgery. You will be able to breathe more easily as a result. You keep wondering if it is too late. You're not too late. You are right about holy time. Holy time resembles detours that end in perfect doors. Holy time resembles learning the language of your future before you arrive so that you can communicate fluently when you get there. You learn the language via tears, small breezes. You will now use it in authority and greater settings. I'm sending you someone who speaks the same language. In some way, they will feel familiar to you. I can't explain. Work with them without suspicion. Let iron sharpen iron. Allow clarity to become sharper. You have a habit of overcomplicating simple instructions because you were taught to earn every smile. You are not required to earn the previously specified amount. Take the simplest step. Make the right call. Write 2 paragraphs. Send 1 message. Make a list of the tasks you keep putting off. You'll be astonished at what happens when you complete the mundane tasks on time. Miracles frequently dress in everyday clothes. You believe the mountain will move. You shout. The mountain occasionally moves when you make your bed and write an email. Holiness manifests itself as perfection in simple things. Excellence pulls larger. Assignments approaching you are like gravity. A word about your body. It isn't your enemy. It has carried you through thunderstorms. It slept in inexpensive quiet and then awoke to try again. Bless it aloud. Treat it as a partner in your calling. This is not a fixable problem. Walk slowly. Consume color. Drink water as if you were returning it. River to its course. Rest as an act of faith and not a trophy. For fatigue. The door you're going to open is not defended with force. It is guarded. Focus. Put your phone away while you work on your promise. Say no to noise that claims to be urgent but cannot define its fruit. You are allowed to miss inconsequential activities in order to arrive on time for meaningful occasions. I'm clearing your space of past agreements. You agreed to be little to maintain peace. You agreed to keep silent to prevent envy. You promised to delay yourself, so no one would accuse you of pride. Those agreements have been terminated. Create a new contract with your life. I'll be bold without being. You need the appropriate ones. 5 unified voices are worth more than. There are 500 bored observers. Stop playing for cheap seats. Sing for the reason that paid for your breath. Don't be afraid of being misunderstood. Truth travels slower than gossip, but it comes with luggage and stays. Allow time to validate what you do in obedience. I noticed a password appear over your name. Stewardship. You will be trusted with more because you handle minor issues like they matter. You respond to communications cleanly. You finish what you started. You admit your mistakes and repair them quickly. This is what the person next door recognizes. This is what money recognizes. This is what favor recognizes. You'll soon be walking into a location where the air smells like new wood and fresh paint. Look up when you enter. Read the words framed near the ceiling. They will confirm what you have asked in private. You'll feel your chest relax. You'll know where to sit. You'll be served water first, followed by the invitation. Say yes if there is peace. If your breath becomes tight and your shoulders rise, say, not yet. Peace is not always the easiest decision, but it is always the most honest. I am instructing your slumber. Dreams will become brief and brilliant. You will wake up with lines to write down before the kettle boils. Treat those lines as coordinates. Plot them on your weekly map. Follow them, even if they seem too simple. They'll guide you to specific meetings and timely provisions about the person you love who could not. I love you correctly. Bless them without resuming the pattern. Forgiveness is not a never-ending process. It is a bridge that you must cross once with wisdom. Stand on the opposite side and wave politely. Allow the new to come without dragging it. Elderly in the foyer. Your heart is not a collection of painful exhibitions. Your heart is a garden, and gardens don't frame weeds. Pull them. Plant, water, and sun. Repeat. Speak life over your work. Speak life over your house. Speak life over your accounts. Words create scaffolding for consequences. If you say collapse, collapse will locate material. If you understand building, beams will arrive. Your speech is like an architect. Use it. Here. This is your practical assignment for the next 7 days. Day 1, declutter one little space. Throw away the apology you keep for dreamers. On day 2, create 3 sentences that define your present mission and tape it somewhere you will see it first thing in the morning. On day 3, reach out to one person you respect and provide value before asking for anything. Day 4, complete one task that has bothered you for months. Day 5, walk further than your excuses. Day 6, set boundaries around 2 hours. And construct with them like bricklayers. Day 7, rest guilt-free, and thank. Thank God for one unseen rescue this week. Do this and see how the week shifts. Its weight is oriented toward you. Favor is not determined at random. It is relational. Treat favor as if it were a friend that you were hosting with dignity. It will return with presents, bringing more. Friends. I overheard you asking, what if I fail publicly? Then you'll learn publicly and lead with integrity. People aren't attracted to immaculate masks. They are attracted to honest growth. Your transparency will not undermine it. Authority. Your transparency will clean it up and make it sparkle. Pull them. Plant. Water. Sunday. Repeat. Speak life over your work. Speak life over your house. Speak life over your accounts. Words create scaffolding for consequences. If you say collapse, collapse will locate material. If you understand building, beams will arrive. Your speech is like an architect. Use it. Here. This is your practical assignment for the next 7 days. Day 1, declutter one little space. Throw away the apology you keep for dreamers. On day 2, create 3 sentences that define your present mission and tape it somewhere you will see it first thing in the morning. On day 3, reach out to one person you respect and provide value before asking for anything. Day 4, complete one task that has bothered you for months. Day 5, walk further than your excuses. Day 6, set boundaries around 2 hours. And construct with them like bricklayers. Day 7, rest guilt-free, and thank God for one unseen rescue this week. Do this and see how the week shifts. Its weight is oriented toward you. Favor is not determined at random. It is relational. Treat favor as if it were a friend that you were hosting with dignity. It will return with presents, bringing more. Friends. I heard you say, what if I fail publicly? People are not drawn to perfect masks, so learn publicly and lead with truth. They are drawn to honest growth. Your transparency will not diminish it. Your transparency will wash it clean and sparkle. You have a habit of mistaking comfort for affirmation. Not every open door is your door. Confirmation tastes like clarity, and not every closed door means rejection. Confusion tastes like speed, but it sits like tranquility. Choose the flavor of clarity and drink it slowly. I'm running a bright thread through your days so you can see the pattern in retrospect. When you forget, pull on that thread, it will remind you of the moment and the promise here is that you may want more without worshiping more. You can build without burning out, and lead without losing. Softness does not imply weakness, but rather accuracy. Hard hearts miss subtle advice, your tender heart will hear God whisper, turn. Here. Pause right now. Speak it. Be silent. Obedience in inches creates miracles in miles, repeat this to yourself. When impatience knocks, inches into miles, seeds into orchards. I need to tell you a secret about doors. They pay attention to posture, if you bang, they brace. They pity you if you beg, if you stand in your assignment calmly. They swing. Your breath is your badge, inhale purposefully. Exhale panic, then stand there and see what happens. A message concerning your money, you will quit chasing random streams. Begin drilling a nice well. Wells appear uninteresting at first. They appear wise first, and then as a legacy. Create mechanisms that can carry you through the next season without leaking, and document what works. Automate what repeats and delegate what drains. Honor what feeds, your generosity will become surgical. No more dumping seeds into concrete out of guilt. With clear eyes, plant in good soil and water what grows. Walking away from a ground that refuses to welcome is not chilly, rather, it is responsible. Responsibility is love with rolled-up sleeves. You. I prayed for a sign today, and the wind shifted just as that name was stated. That was your sign, follow it with a modest step, not sprint. You don't have to rush what you already have. Claim it calmly, and protect it with prayers. Build it with effort, and share it with wisdom. I picture a scene 3 months from now. You are sitting in a spot where you have low shoulders and a steady voice. The person across from you says, "We've I've been waiting for someone precisely like you." Don't back down. Say, "Thank you. I've been preparing for this." Preparation is worship in action. You've been worshiping more than you think, which is why the doors are paying attention. For your morning routine, remember to open your hands first. Apps. Invite presence before opinions. Write 3 lines of thankfulness and 1 line of intent, then act as if they were. Contract because they are a notice to your nights. Release anything that is not yours to carry across the pillow, including names, numbers, and tales. Place them in the hands that never sleep, and let repose be testimony that you trust them. Archangel Michael tells me, don't be surprised when people from your past resurface as students instead of judges. Teach without bitterness. Guide without bragging. Serve without shrinkage. Remember how long you were a beginner, and praise their start. But keep your feet pointing forward. The future is courteous, but it does not wait indefinitely. Walk toward it with your entire breath. This line is for the person who almost gave up because it hurt to hope. I see you. I'm standing between you and the next blow. No more blind spots. The only sudden thing coming is unexpected. Help. You'll recognize it since it sounds like your own voice. Most honest. Agree to it soon. Do not negotiate with your rescuers. Allow it to lift you. Allow it to seat you in a higher clarity. The room you'll be entering next has windows on both sides. This indicates that transparency is necessary. Say only what you can handle. Promise only what you can give. Deliver more than what you promised. Leave the room with silent gratitude, and not a loud triumph. Loud triumph encourages thievery. Quiet. Gratitude promotes continuity. Continuity is how legacy is established. Legacy is the way your name benefits individuals you'll never meet. This is bigger than your emotions. This is bigger than the current mood. This is holy architecture. Now I'll put a statement in your mouth that will make its way into your weakness. I won't rush. I will not shrink. I won't stop. Say it slow. Let it ring. Allow your walls to learn the sound. Walls that recognize your bravery will stop echoing previous anxieties. Instead, they will echo the pledge. Someone must be released from the part they were cast in. They are not. You have an adversary. They served as your mirror. They showed you where you still were. Agreeing with scarcity. Bless them and move away from the script. Rewrite the scene. Give abundance the lead. Observe how the plot develops. This is the paragraph in which you feel. Lift your chest. That lift represents approval. Permission to begin anew without apology. Permission to succeed without sabotage. Permission to be cheerful on average Tuesdays. Joy isn't a prize. Joy is a practice. Practice it like scales on a piano until your fingers remember without thinking. You ask the heavens. Is it safe to have hope here? Yes. And if the ground betrays you, you'll get wings. Either way, you will climb. You're going to move regardless. Regardless, you become more of what was. Spoken over you before you even saw your first sunrise. Now that you've stayed, I will. Give me the 3-word key for this week. Clarity. Courage, cadence, and clarity of choice. Courage to start, cadence to keep. Move with the confidence of a drummer who believes in his tune. Even if others play louder, keep time. The room will align with the beat you keep. When anxiousness strikes at 3 a.m., meet it with a statement that flips the locks. I'm not late. Say it again. Say it slow. Let it ring. Allow your walls to learn the sound. Walls that recognize your courage will stop reiterating old anxieties. Instead, they will echo the pledge. Someone must be released from the part they were cast in. They are not your enemies. They were yours. Mirror. They showed you where you still agreed with scarcity. Bless them and move away from the script. Rewrite the scene. Give abundance the lead. Observe how the plot develops. This is the paragraph in which you feel a rise in your chest. That lift represents approval. Permission to begin anew without apology. Permission to succeed without sabotage. Permission to be cheerful on average Tuesdays. Joy isn't a prize. Joy is a practice. Practice it like scales on a piano until your fingers remember without thinking. You ask the heavens. Is it safe to have hope here? Yes. And if the ground betrays you, you'll get wings. Either way, you will climb. You're going to move regardless. Regardless, you become more of what was. Spoken over you before you even saw your first sunrise. Now that you've stayed, I will. Give me the 3-word key for this week. Clarity, courage, cadence, and clarity of choice. Courage to start, cadence to keep. Move with the confidence of a drummer who believes in his tune. Even if others play louder, keep time. The room will align with the beat you keep. When anxiousness strikes at 3 a.m., meet. It ends with a sentence that turns the locks. I'm not late. Say it again. I'm not late. Say it until the calendar stops judging. Becomes your servant. Time is a tool in the hands of those who are faithful. Hold it with intention. Use it like light. This closing is not the end. It's a hinge. Doors move on hinges. Allow this hinge to swing you into rooms that your younger self would not have entered alone. You're not alone. I am here. Heaven is nearby. Help is awake. Your name is known. Your tale is taking a turn. Your breath is becoming more steady. Your hands are ready. Walk forth, cherished. And if something inside you says, remain. With this voice. Then follow that pull and subscribe to this direction. Do not miss the following exact line on your path. We will go step by step, breath by breath. Breathe in, assignment by assignment. When you reach the following paragraph of your I'll see you there and speak again. Now rise. Now act, now become. And see what occurs with heavenly time. Meets your holy yes. This is the moment when your confidence stops whispering and begins to resonate like a bell. This is the point at which your future speaks up and addresses you specifically. Do not pretend you can't hear it. Answer loudly, even if your voice trembles. Trembling is still a movement. A simple yes can still move mountains. Archangel Michael adds, you've been practicing for a door that's already unlocked. Push. You don't need permission to stroll into anything with your fingerprints all over it. You only need to agree. Agree with heaven, and your steps will become phrases that write the next. This chapter is for you. I saw you compare your timing to theirs and shrink. Comparison is a thief who knows your timetable. Lock your windows. Draw your attention like a sword. Bless what others have, and return to. Build using what you have in your hands. You requested a lightning bolt. Heaven sends you a lamp. Walk by a lamplight and you'll see enough to take the next right step. The next steps describe how miracles keep their appointments. You will not forget yours. I noticed a blueprint curled tightly in the corner of your room. You've looked at it 100 times. And told yourself quickly. Soon is a sweet word that steals heavily. Days. Trade soon, for the time being. Unroll the blueprint. Name the first stake you'll drive into the ground before the sun goes down. Perform one unglamorous chore with holy zeal. Watch how the ground begins to transform. Thinking about you. The earth recognizes faithful hands. It makes things easy for them. You keep asking whether you are qualified. Hear me clearly. You are qualified by assignment. When God grants a lane, He also gives legs. When God opens a door, He provides a key in your breath. Say your name like a key. Listen to the sound it produces. That tone matches a lock you've been eyeing for years. Turn it. I'm working with the echo. Continues to haunt your mornings. The one who makes old accusations. Like a broken radio. Silence is issued like a court. Order from heaven's bench. You will continue to hear your own thoughts. However, the static will eventually diminish. Clarity will seize the mic. You'll recognize clarity because it never demands to be believed. It simply stands, and the room reorganizes around it. Let your decisions remain, like that. Simple, true. Quietly unstoppable. There is a benevolence coming for your money. You'll stop treating it like a wild animal and instead treat it like a trained servant. Tell it where to go. Give it assignments with names and dates. Let giving be strategic rather than dispersed. Let saving be a source of joy rather than worry. Let investing be guided by tranquility, not panic. Don't disdain little decimals. They are seeds that can reproduce when watered consistently. And you become the type of person your future can rely on. Arrive when you said you would. Keep your word while no one is looking. Finish what you started so that endings can bless you. I have sent you a mentor in the shape of a mirror. They will not compliment you. They will focus you. They'll say one sentence that stings and then heals. Wear that sentence as armor. Instead of hiding behind something, move in. Armor is not designed to protect against fear. It's for freedom. You will be able to breathe easier. In fact, it fits well. Now let's talk about the door at 9:00 p.m. This is not a superstition. It's a window where obedience meets opportunity. Before that hour, write the one you have avoided the message. Call the name you've been putting off. Prepare the one paper that is staring at you from your desk. Set it in motion. What moves starts to attract movement. Momentum is magnetic. You don't need a storm. You need a start. I saw your name. Bright as a banner above 3 locations. Home, work, and worship. Laughter will be available in your home, which was before unavailable to you. It will be free. Your work will be clearer where it was before cluttered. Your calendar will cease bossing you and begin to serve you. During your worship, where performance once was, there will now be depth. You will enjoy the presence more than applause. And you'll be amazed at how much acclaim follows your absence. We're chasing it. You, who have been the strongest for so long, lay it down for 1 hour and be held. Strength that does not rest grows brittle. Rested strength bends but does not break. Allow God to carry what your shoulders were never designed to lift. Every day after surrender, you will feel taller. You will think more clearly after experiencing humility. Humility isn't shrinking. It is standing at your natural size without pretending to be an architect. You build on what you're given. He gives. You receive. You build. This is a divine beat. Maintain it, and you won't burn out while the lights become brighter. There is a gossip about you in the spirit. They finish. Carry that reputation into rooms where flinching is expected. Finish and move away softly. Quiet departures provide divine echoes. People will speak. I bless them. Conversations can lead to invitations. Now I'll address the ache you're experiencing. Secret. Nobody noticed you because you have a great smile. You are not silly to desire a love that sees you. You're not needy to want a friendship that preserves your name in rooms you never visit. These longings are not signs of weakness. They are homing signals for the tribe. I'm reweaving your circles. Some threads will break. Let them. Certain threads will glow. Follow them. Love will not demand you to silence your calling. If it requires quiet from your mission, it is not love. It's fear-wearing perfume. Choose love that nourishes your fire and provides water for your roots. You inquired whether your past disqualifies you from tenderness. No. Your background has prepared. Gentleness is strength that understands its power and chooses accuracy. Be precise in your yes. Be specific with your no. Heaven values concise responses. Crooked answers produce crooked results. Straight answers result in straight routes. Walk them, and you'll arrive sooner. Without sprinting. A word about the conflict in your head at night. Do not attempt to outthink darkness. Turn on the light. Read one line of promise aloud. Write one statement of truth about your own hand. Darkness is allergic to your written obedience. When you reveal the truth, it leaves softly. Keep a pen next your bed. Make the night a classroom where lies fail because they do not pass the test of scripture and common reason. You'll win there. You'll sleep there. You will dream there. When you wake up, you'll know which 2 jobs are assigned and which. 5 represents noise. Respect the 2. Allow the 5 to wait without guilt. Guilt is not a guide. Purpose is. Purpose's voice is calm and excellent. Memory. When everyone else forgets what God said, it remembers. Lean towards that voice. Now, allow me to display a picture before your eyes. A long hallway. Doors on both sides. Some are wide open, with confetti on the ground. Some are calm, with soft lighting. Underneath. Some are secured with massive locks that appear important. Walk past the confetti. Walk by the noisy rooms that require you to applaud for them. Stop at the quiet entrance with pleasant lighting. That's yours. Knock lightly. It will open as if it has been waiting for your specific knuckles. Inside, you will discover 3 chairs. Sit in the center. Balance. Do not swing to the extremes used to define you. Excessive hustling on the left. Excessive hesitation on the right. Strike a balance in the middle. Breathe. Now, the letter is on the table. Open it. It says, keep the altar of your attention clean, guard your morning like a fence. Treat your calendar as a sanctuary, and honor your body as if it were borrowed. Bless your money as a messenger. Love your folks as a legacy. Read it again gently till each line. Muscles remember what our minds forget. Pressure is why practice is sacred. Practice being peaceful, focused, and generous. Practice endings and beginnings. Practice abiding. You will master what you practice without applause. Applause will be late and act as if it knew you all along. Smile and keep creating. There is a promise looming over your next Tuesday. It appears conventional at first view. A meeting. A message, a time in a doorway, but the atmosphere will shift. You'll feel a slight lift behind your lungs, which is your cue. Say yes to the chance that requires your voice, not your mask. Leave your mask in the drawer, it has served its purpose, and your face is now ready for the light. You have a kindness that disarms rooms, use it, but don't waste it on people who weaponizes your softness. Set a limit that grins while saying no is a whole statement spoken by those that respect their assignment. Respect your assignment, it cost heaven more than you realize to put it in your hands. Carry it like a flame in the wind, shielding it as needed. Share it when requested, and stoke it when fatigued. To make someone feel at ease in the dark, never blow it out, instead, invite them into the light. Walking. You and I have come a long way in these lines. You felt your chest loosen, tighten, then loosen again. That is the stretching of ancient cages, they will not fit you in the morning. Don't climb back in because you recognize the bars, instead, recognize the sky. Say the color of your next dawn out loud. Hear your room and learn a new word. Rooms remember brave words. They keep them for the next time you feel tiny. Speak out now. I'll put a seal on this moment to prevent it from leaking. The seal is this statement. With heavenly tranquility, I travel forward through holy time to holy doors. Say it 3 times and let it soak into your bones. When fear knocks, respond with that statement and see the hallway light shift. The light will favor your steps, and they will become walks. Your walk will become a way, others will follow your path and name it. You'll call it Tuesday because miracles will become the norm. Normal isn't dull when it's created by heaven. It is stable, clean, and sustainable. This is exactly what you wanted all along, not fireworks or a fireplace. Assignment rather than frenzy, fruit or acclaim. And still, applause will greet you at mile markers you did not publicize. Wave softly and maintain your cadence and clarity. Courage, cadence, these 3 have chosen to go with. Treat them like friends and seat them at your table. Ask them questions and listen when they respond swiftly. They always respond promptly, since the truth does not wait. Only terror does. You've been starving fear for several paragraphs. Faith eats focus and grows tall, so keep it hungry and feed it instead. Let it be taller than your tallest worry, or the room that once. You were convinced to hunch, therefore stand up straight. Breathe deeply, and write truthfully. Build to your full calling, love to your full kindness. Rest assured, and as the clock approaches 9:00 p.m. do not flinch, do what we agreed and send what we named. Step where we instructed, then be still, and let the consequence knock on your door. Without you racing down the street chasing it. You are not a pursuer. You are no longer a carrier, instead, you are a carrier. Carriers, remain steadfast and let the consequences arrive on time, holy time, your time. Now rise again and walk to the edge of this paragraph, as if it were a balcony. Look at how far you've come in just one chat. Imagine what one obedient week or month can do. Imagine the blessings of one diligent year. Grin because you have just felt the future grin back. If you want this voice to continue leading you line by line, step by step, stay engaged, subscribe to this guidance, and return frequently. Every time you do it, your boldness will remember faster, your lucidity will aim truer, and your cadence will keep time with heaven's beat. I'll meet you in the next line. Keep living, moving, and making choices. Keep shining, I am with you, and the door ahead is already moving on its hinges for you. Holy yes.